Hi there guys, it's David from AF Golf and we're here at the Millbrook Golf Club today, and I'm just going to take a little bit of opportunity to talk to you about wedge bounces and grinds. We've got the short game area here and we're going to hit a couple of shots to show you with each one. But I've got the 360 degrees from Titleist here, the SM9s. So I've got the 12 degree D grind, I've got the T grind forward bounce, and I've got the M grind 8 bounce. If I want the 12 degree, the D grind, that's somewhere where I might want to be if I'm playing a lot of shots out of the rough, particularly if I'm going to be playing shots out of the bunkers. More bounce is going to help me get the club through those tougher lies, fluffier lies out of the rough. If I'm going to go with the extreme opposite, the T grind, the 4 degree bounce, this is something which I need to be really quite shallow through the ball. It's perfect for those really tight lies, fringes around the green. If you're someone that really doesn't take much of a divot through the ball, this is going to be a great wedge for someone like you. And then the 8 bounce, the M grind, is that kind of happy medium in the middle. It's going to give you a little bit of low bounce when you are on the fringes. It's going to give you a little bit more when you're perhaps out of the rough. Whether it quite gives you enough out of the bunker, we'll try and we'll see whether it works as well. But that's a nice sort of happy medium between the two extremes. So we're going to hit a few shots on some different lies and we're going to show you how they work. All right then guys, so I've got the T grind that I'm going to start with now. So I'm going to hit a couple of shots down towards the far end of the green. You've got the little T marker in the green there. That's roughly where we're going to be aiming. So I'm going to start from the fairway. So this is one where this club should suit quite well. It's quite tight lies, quite closely mown. So we're going to see how we can get that club nicely under the ball there. That doesn't look like that leading edge is going to come off the ground. So we're going to hit a couple of shots and see how this works. There we go. So you can see there, not an awful lot of divot coming out of the ground with something like this. So that's the kind of lie. If I'm quite shallow through the golf ball, this is going to be a grind that works quite well for you. So this one here, this is the M grind. So this is a bit more of the middle bounce, so the 8 degrees we've got here. So still sits quite nice and flush. But this is one, if you're a little bit steeper, you're not mega steep, but a little bit steeper, this might be a better option for you. Okay, and then finally, we've got the D grind. Okay, so this is one where if you are a little bit steeper into the ball, if you are you take more of a divot, this is a club that might work a little bit better for you. If you are quite shallow, this is one where you could potentially start to see yourself thinning it a little bit as that back edge, the trailing edge of the club starts to make contact with the ground first. So, as we said earlier, difference in grind works well in different lies. So actually the 12 degree bounce, while this may not necessarily work great for you from the fairway, this might be something that works better out the rough. So something like this, you can see I've got slightly thicker lie now, ball sitting down maybe a touch. Now actually that little bit more bounce in this club is actually going to help me get through and lift it up nice and quickly out of the rough. So certainly out of the rough and out of the sand, which we'll do in a second, you'll see that the more bounce here works that little bit better for it. Right, so here we are in the bunker. We've got a lovely steep face right up in front of us. So this is where I really want as much bounce as possible to get this club underneath the ball, club through the sand and get the ball up and out of the bunker. So again, this is the D grind that's going to work for us. There we go. So guys, you can see there's a huge variety of different bounces, different grinds that are available on all the wedges that are out on the market at the moment. It's absolutely worth getting down and trying out a few options and seeing which one is going to suit your game when you're around the green. It's what these wedges are for. They need to be dialed into what you do.